Hi all, in the module 5, today we will see about the radio resource control layer and what are the types of functions this radio resource control layer will take care of it, and what are the states of this radio resource control layer and states and the functions. Let us have a brief discussion today. And this RRC layer takes care of four different things actually. We will see that RRC connection management. In the connection management, whether the RRC in the idle or connected or not connected, all those things, that management will be taken care by RRC. Followed by that radio bearer control. We are studying that radio bearer, some control will be needed, so that will be taken care by RRC. Then mobility functions, then user equipment, that is measurement, reporting and control. So these all things will be taken care by our radio resource control layer. Okay, and apart from this RRC is also responsible for broadcasting system information and paging. Okay, now we'll come to the RRC states. Okay, state means we know that whether it is a idle state or connected state. Let us see that RRC state is classified into two types, that is in long-term evolution. One is idle state, another one is connected state. So it is represented by, here it is, RRC underscore idle and RRC underscore connected. Let us see one by one. So this is the diagrammatic representation, that is connection establishment, RRC idle and RRC connected. In these conditions, what are the responsibility is going to take care of by RRC as well as the user equipment. Okay, now come to the point that if you compare with this RRC states in UMTS and LTE, there is a little difference, that is in the number of states. In UMTS, this RRC has 4 states. Okay, but in LTE it has 2 states. Okay, that is nothing but RRC idle as well as RRC connected. Okay, and here in this LTE, this RRC state, that is machine handling, is simplified. Okay, so this simplification will controls the RRC state. Now we'll come to the RRC idle state. Okay, so this is our RRC idle state. So what will happen in the RRC idle state? Okay, so here if we come here, the diagram itself we'll see. So in the idle state, user equipment. Okay, what the user equipment will do? This user equipment will receive the system information and paging information. Okay, and there is in this state there is no need of the establishment of signaling radio bearer. Already we have studied SRB. Okay, in this mode it is not needed, so that there is no need of RRC connection. Okay, so in the idle state, mobility control is handled by the user equipment. Okay, so that since the mobility control is handled by the user equipment, this user equipment performs the neighboring cell measurements and also the cell selection and reselection. Okay, it's very clear. Now whenever this RRC is in the idle state, this user equipment can for neighboring cell measurements can be done by user equipment, and also the cell selection and the reselection process can be done. Now coming to the system information, that is SIB. Okay, so here it consists of EUTRAN. Okay, EUTRAN we have already studied in the module 3, that is EUTRAN as well as eNodeB. What is the difference between all those things? Now this system information contains the parameters which controls the cell selection and the cell reselection process. Okay, so there will be a control between the selection and the reselection process, and this EUTRAN also gives some priorities of different frequencies. Now this user equipment, everything we are keep on telling. We have a question that how the tracking area of the user equipment can be done. Okay, to identify the area of user equipment, we will allocate a ID for the user equipment. So using that ID, we can track the area where the user equipment is exactly. And also to detect the incoming calls. Okay, what the user equipment will do, the user equipment will monitor say paging channel, and it specifies the DRX cycle. Okay, it will specifies the DRS cycle. So the diagram, below the diagram, it has given the 3 points what we have seen as an explanation. This UE controlled mobility, it is coming under selection and reselection process, then is paging, then broadcast of system information. So hope you all gotten little clarity about the RRC in idle mode. Then coming to the RRC in connected mode. Here also e-tron is coming to the picture. Okay, so user equipment is having a connection. So this is able to transmit or receive the data. Okay, because of this user equipment has e-tron RRC connection. So this is able to transmit and receive the data to and from the E node B. Okay, it can transmit the data to E node B or receive from the E node B. So process is to and fro. And here we are using the physical downlink control channel. Okay, and this physical downlink control channel will be monitored by the user equipment. Okay, and this downlink control channel is associated with the shared data channel. So because of this association and the monitoring of the user equipment, it is useful for determining the data whether it is scheduled for it or not. Okay, then also in the RRC connected mode, it is to assist the data transmissions, able to assist the data transmission. That is nothing but user equipment can report the channel quality information and also the feedback information to the E node B. So these all are the benefits happening whenever the RRC is in connected mode. And one more main thing, important thing, it is given here is network controlled mobility. Okay, so in RRC connected state, the network can control the mobility as well as handover of the user equipment. Okay, handovering, we know, traveling from one area to another, the user equipment, while tracking the user equipment area, the signal can be handover to the user equipment. Okay, then followed by this we will see RRC functions. So here in RRC functions, the main important thing we wanted to listen is signaling radio bearers, that is abbreviated as SRB. Okay, it is used only for the transmission of RRC and NAS. So what do you mean by NAS? NAS is nothing but non-access stratum messages. Okay, non-access stratum messages. So the radio bearer used only for the transmission of RRC and NAS messages, that is called signaling radio bearers. Okay, in this 3 different types of signaling radio bearers are there, that we are identified as SRB0 and SRB1. SRB0, SRB1. Okay, SRB0, here RRC messages using common control channel. Okay, and SRB1 using a dedicated control channel. So how the channels are accessed by this signaling radio bearers. Then coming to the SRB2, here NAS messages are used in the dedicated control channel, and this has the low priority while comparing with the SRB1. Okay, these are the, before entering into the basic functions, we wanted to know about the signaling radio bearers. Why, what is called signaling radio bearers? That is nothing but transmission of RRC and NAS message is called as signaling radio bearers. Okay, then next we will see 3 functions. Okay, so here first we will see the broadcast of system information. So this broadcast of system information is divided into two main blocks. That is nothing but master information block as well as system information block. So if you go for the master information block, okay, it will keep only the limited number of essential transmitted parameters. Okay, and this transmitted parameters which need to gather information from the cell, and then it will transmit to the broadcast channel. Okay, so for that purpose it will be having some of the limited number of parameters in the master information block. While coming to the system information block, that is type 1. So here this type 1 is carried the system information messages. Let us see here. It is used to determine if one cell is suitable for cell selection, and also about the time domain scheduling information. Okay, so the system information block type 1 and all messages are transmitted on the downlink shared channel. The next we will see the RRC connection control. So in this RRC connection control, it required a establishment. The procedures are establishment, modification and release at RRC connection, then paging, then security activation, then establishment. So these all are the things coming under the RRC control functions. Then followed by this, what is measurement configuration of reporting? Okay, so measurement configuration is very important. We are telling that user equipment are able to monitor the cell. Okay, monitor the selection, reselection process, all those things. So if coming under the measurement configuration, it includes the parameters such as establishment, modification, release of measurement configuration, and activation as well as deactivation of measurement gap. Okay, and also important thing is intra-frequency, interfrequency and inter-radio access technology mobility. These all are the parameters coming under the measurement configuration. Okay, then some of the other functions, that is nothing but NAS information and 3GP dedicated information. Okay, that is maybe self configuration and self optimization such as. Okay, so these all are things about the RRC overview. That is nothing but two states of overview, functions of the RRC. Hope everybody has understood this, and you can distinguish this, all the distinguish, and you are able to understand thoroughly. Okay, thank you so much.